Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Warcraft Rumble HEROIC campaign guide, I'm going to show you how to beat the Reak in Hinterlands. The main way to deal damage to Reak is just to have your minis walk into it, because absorbs your units, killing them instantly and taking damage based on their health. So high health units that run into Reak are going to cause it to take damage. You can deal some damage to it, like you can stun it and get a little bit of damage in, or you can execute, deal some damage to it. But I found that all of those were unsatisfactory, and you just feed it minis. So that's what you want to do. But how do you get to that point? There is this annoying tower over here, and the only ground path to that tower takes a very, very long route. But you really want this tower because this tower guards the vein and the chest. So my main strategy for this one is actually largely based on Unbound minis, because Unbound minis can take this tower very quickly, and then Unbound minis can also be useful for the veins and for the chests, because you really want to get all of that gold. And then once you have this tower, then you have a couple of options. You can either keep using Unbounds to damage Reak, or you could have some big sturdy tanks. Think Abomination, Footmen, Grunts, Molten Giant, something just really big and sturdy that you can feed to Reak and then have it take damage from those. However, I ultimately preferred Unbounds overall for this one, because even getting an Abomination or something from the tower to Reak can be problematic, because there's usually so many minis coming and so much damage is being dealt with Bat Riders and Pyromancers and everything. And it's actually really hard to get those tanks to walk even this distance, and with Unbound minis it's just so much easier. Consequently, this is the arm that I use with all factions for Reak. I have Quillboar, Angry Chickens, Earth Elemental, Dark Eye Miner, Safe Pilot, and Whelp Eggs. And why these units? Well, Quillboar and Earth Elemental are the minis that I try to feed to Reak the most, because they're tanks, they have some health, just feeding them in. I want to take the tower at the beginning. Whelp Eggs with one of the tanks can help me get that tower. I have chickens because there's Warsong Raiders and there's Prowlers, and chickens are very good against both of those, so very cheap and effective defensive tool, because a single Prowler will kill your base, a single Warsong Raider will kill your base, so chickens just come in really handy. I have Dark Eye Miner because getting to those gold veins, especially the one vein to the far right, can be a little bit difficult, so Dark Eye Miner means that I can mine more effectively, can also grab some chests, and I can even feed it to Reak sometimes. And Safe Pilot, I can drop that on Pyromancers, Bat Riders, Spiderlings. It can take chests, so just a very flexible unit. If you don't have all of these minis, you could use one of the tank slots, like I have a tank slot really here for Earth Elemental, so that could be like an Abomination or other big tank that you have many levels on. The more levels on your tanks, the better, because your tanks are the main damage dealer because of their health. Each level is additional 10% health, so more levels, more damage, just get big tanks in. If you don't have chickens, you could try something like Harpies, because Harpies are still pretty good at dealing damage. They don't defend your base quite as well as chickens, because chickens also keep Prowler busy, or Warsong Raider busy. Harpies just deal damage to them, but that would be an option to be able to deal some damage and help you defend. And this is what it all looks like in action. So here we go with beasts, although I use the same strategy with all families. The Reak is a fairly simple boss, because you can just use the same strategy with everything. You have stuff like Dark Eye Miner that doesn't really need the bonus level, so you can even use that in a non-bonus slot. So you have some leeway over here. Maybe something like Quillboar can also go into a non-bonus slot, so you can even put a couple of minis into non-bonus slots and you will still do fine with this one. So first I want to attack the tower. I attack the tower with some eggs, and boom, tower is down. And now that I have access to the tower, then that just gives me so much more control over the chest, over the gold vein. Now I'm going to try to control all of the gold on the map. I'm going to try to mine all the gold. I'm going to try to take all the chests if I possibly can. Then that's what I'm going to do, get all of that gold and start feeding some unbound tank minis to Reak whenever I have an opportunity. The higher levels, the better, because the damage is just clearly comes from the level of those up those tank minis that you have, so in this one they're more important than in many others. Here's Reak's heroic mechanic, sending mini Reaks at you. Those mini Reaks do not eat air units, so they're also, you could in theory send something like harpies to hit at them. I often use a whelpec bomb, and then the whelpecs are going to start shooting at them. And as you can see, also they do last quite a while. So you can also take them down with the Quillbore or with the Earth Elemental, just like you will take Reak down. So here I'm starting to feed a little bit of stuff into that one. And there it already went down. Alright, that's excellent. And here we go. Using whelpec bombs a lot. Whelpec bombs are just super effective in this map because they explode with the right talent and deal damage there, and then just keep shooting after that, so that's just a lot of damage. I keep going all over the map, keep trying to mine all the gold, keep trying to grab all the chests, and then just feed Reak some stuff. Not sure if I really needed to feed those whelpecs there, but I guess they're fine. Could have potentially saved them for this assault. But anyway, often the problem in Reak fight is that Reak actually lasts quite a while, and in the heroic version, because there's more stuff coming at you, it is harder to focus on getting damage to Reak. Like, see that Bat Rider, Plague Farmer, Pyromancer trio coming. If I tried to get something like Footman or something like Abomination past those towards Reak, they would take so much damage, and Reak takes damage based on the health of the mini when it reaches Reak. So if an Abomination gets there with just an inch of health left, then just doesn't do all that much. So very often I found in the Reak fight, especially when I'm doing this a little bit underleveled, is that this easily goes into overtime. In overtime I also have more gold available, and I can spam a little bit more Unbounds at Reak. So here I can see overtime is coming, Reak is fairly low, and now I'm starting to get a lot more gold, and I'm checking, okay, is everything safe, is everything fine? Everything looks reasonably safe here, which means that I'm ready to start spamming Reak with some minis, just trying to get it down now that I have a good chance to do so. I'm not under a lot of pressure, Reak's health is going down, so I can go all in and just drop stuff on Reak, and boom, down it goes. Here's another sample. I do it also with Blackrock, and again I try to position the X a little bit further away from the tower, not too far but a little bit further, so then I position the tank close to the tower. Tower is going to start shooting at the tank. The whelp, at least the one that pops up, is going to start shooting at the tower, and the tower will go down in fairly short order. If you try to go around all the way, walk all the way to the tower, yeah, it's possible, but especially in heroic I found that I end up having lots of draws if I do that. The games just end in a draw because it takes me so long to set everything up and start a good proper assault. So here we have some Unbounds going. So trying to drop some stuff on Reak whenever I happen to have a chance, and other than that just keep defending so that I won't be under any threat. So this is going quite nicely so far. Now those mini Reaks spawned. Mini Reaks do take full damage from execute. I was trying to find a proper execute build for this, because that would have been quite interesting, I think. Right timed execute takes half of those health of those mini Reaks when they spawn, if you can get them all within the reach of a single execute. But ultimately I wasn't able to make that work properly. Just well enough that it would actually be worth it. Typically I need a little bit more focus on this left one, because it's going for the tower and it will destroy the tower in a single hit. If your base is undamaged, you can allow one mini Reak to hit your base. One mini Reak does not destroy a full health base, it takes something like 75% of your base health or something. But typically you would want to drop some Unbounds to destroy that. Or do like that whelpec bomb. So it eats the whelpecs, but then the whelps are not eaten and they will keep shooting shooting at it from above. Even though dealing enough damage to it does take quite some time. Here we go, blasting some. And also, well, Wellbecks are doing so much work in this. There again, there was a Plague Farmer and there was a Pyromancer. Wellbecks, boom, they're both gone. And just a phenomenal unit for this map. Feeding Reak some Quillbores again. Dropping in a small tasty Dark Iron Miner because I happen to have some time. And here we go, just trying to keep dominating the map, trying to keep everything under control and getting all the gold, preferably. My chickens are going to be there in time, so they will grab all of that gold. I can mine a little bit, drop some Unbounds to get some more gold, and here I'm actually pondering whether I could just start shooting at Reak, because Reak is quite low. Do I even have to care about those small Reaks at all? Or do I just shoot at the main one? But I'm a little indecisive here. If I was a little bit more decisive, I think I could have just killed Reak here a little bit faster, just let that come to the tower. Tower falls, I wouldn't really mind. So here, pay attention to Reak's health, because sometimes you will be able to change pace a little bit and go all in at some point once Reak is low enough then, and your base is safe enough. And I just took my sweet time to get that done, but overall it did go down. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.